morning. Granny's tired, y'all. Granny is overexerting herself. Good morning, Tammy. Tammy, I finished up my yard work yesterday. I don't want to say all of it, but I got the grass cut. I got the trees cut. I cut the trees. I did the bushes. I got the whole yard cut. Now I just had to fine tune. I need to plant some plants. What else? I had to touch up some more of the tree branches. I want to say 90% of the trees cut down I wanted. Now I just got to make it look pretty. How you doing this morning, Tammy? Granny's running thin, y'all, boy. I don't know. Usually I have a lot more energy than this. Tammy, then this morning, I had to get up and take 2 young adults to work. They're Granny mentors. And then I got some other young children or young adults I got to pick up after work. One gets off at 12. The other one gets off at 2 a.m. So, yeah, they're really exhausted. Exhausted is an understatement. And one of the kids called me this morning, a 17-year-old. Well, he just turned 17. 16. One of the first original kids. I was homeschooling 12 kids at first. Then it went to 8. Then it's down to 7. But the 16-year-old, 17-year-old I'm talking about, he called me this morning and reassured me and showed me how good his grades was and all that stuff. A lot of these children, okay, let me start here so you understand. A lot of these children I had their parents take them out of school. They're all affiliated with each other. Everybody knows that everybody type thing. There's a lot of gang violence. There's a lot of pow violence. And all these children, all 12 of these children were somewhat affiliated where, you think your child's safe at school, your child's not safe at school because you'd be surprised what children brought to school with them and hid somewhere on the ground on the way there. So I think you understand where I'm going with this. They're trying to unalive each other before school, after school, all this stuff. So Granny went and talked to all 12 kids' parents, and I'm like, listen, this is what I'll do. Obviously, you guys aren't capable. I didn't say obviously you guys aren't capable. I use common sense. I kept that part to myself. I said, but I'll step in and I'll help with the children. If that's what it got to be, that's because I'm already too invested. And invested means not money wise. I'm hearing the story, I'm talking to the parents. I'm seeing the kids running down the road, the other kids chasing them. I'm hearing the stories through the windmill. So yeah, invested in that type of way. So listen, let's homeschool these children. If anything happens, the threat seems to be at school, going to school, and this is reality, what happens in school. So anyways, go ahead. One of these, hey mama, you remember me? Yes, Shane, how are you, honey bun? Is it Shane, I forget, how are you, honey bun? You have to get your rest, Granny. There's no such thing. I wish there was. There ain't no such thing. But anyways, one of the first 12 children that I started homeschooling, because at one point it got to be a lot for Granny. Granny's finding other ways to do it now where she's kind of homeschooling through the phones and video calls and stuff like that. I'm trying to make it so I could just sit down a couple minutes because all this is putting a lot of wear and tear on my body. You guys just don't know it. I'm getting older, so I need a little bit of sleep. Good morning, honey bun. Ebony Peaches. So, Granny got a call this morning that the 16, 17 year old broke his, what is that remote? What's that game called? Xbox. I forget if he says Series X or S. I don't even know. I don't know nothing about those game systems. But he broke his remote. Actually, he didn't break his remote. One of his siblings put it in the toilet. So he needs another remote. So he's sending me, well, I already know how his grades are because I'm still tapped into the login. So I periodically check. So he's sending me like 50 things. Look, my grades, Granny, my grades. Now he actually does call me Granny because he is 16, 17. Very few of the kids call me Granny, they call me Auntie. But he's like, I really need another remote and such, and whatever it is. And I'm gonna buy the remote because I know as long as he's in there playing that game, he ain't out there in them streets. So now Granny got to buy one of the kids' remote. I told him, listen, Granny don't know what a Series SX. I'm not gonna remember. Just send me the information, and that's it. But that's just the day in the life of Granny. Sometimes I just get on here just to tell you, what really goes on in my life, and that's an example of what really goes on in my life. It might not be nothing big to nobody or nothing like that, but I know without that remote, that boy's bored out there chasing those other boys. That's how you get caught up in stuff. That's how you get caught up in stuff. Granny don't want to have that weight on her shoulder that, anything happened to you. And then anything happened to you because I didn't spend $40, $50 on a stupid remote. And you're out there, knuckleheaded with the boys. Yes, I'd rather you would be in your room playing that game. So, of course, Granny's gonna buy the remote. She don't know specifically what one it is because once again, I don't even know about computers, let alone games. But I'm gonna definitely get the child the remote. His grades are good. Happy Wednesday, Manifest. Tammy says hello, chat. Yeah, his grades are extremely good. He went from skipping school, not going to school, to all F's to C's. So he definitely, like I said, I've been checking on his grades. And just because I don't homeschool him no more, I had there's about 4 of them. Well, like I said, now I'm at 7, 8. It fluctuates because the one child has a sick mother, a sick grandmother. So, sometimes he can be independent, sometimes he can't. But I had to ask the other parents, I'm like, well, these 4 families specifically, I'm like, you guys have a lot of people in your home. And I'm sure you guys can help Granny with this homeschooling a little bit. All you guys got to do is just be on these kids and tell them to do their work. If it's something they can't do, let me know. Granny will try to find somebody to show them. If it means, Granny ain't the smartest person. She don't lie to nobody. Granny ain't been to school in umpteen years. And Granny ain't trying to figure nothing out. If I can't figure it out, I can. But if I can't, I can't. But like I tell the kids, if you need a tutor, if it's something we can't figure out, I will send you a tutor. And that's even for the 4 kids that I no longer homeschool. So what I do, I got 2 tutors right now, and they have schedules, so it's hard, but most people that tutor professionally. So I got one tutor that she can go knock out the kids all in one day if it's through video call, whatever it is. But she also has another job. So then I got a backup tutor to kind of fill in where she can't fill in. And they're not charging Granny that much. I mean, they ain't cheap, but they're not charging me that much. So that's for all 12 of the children. Because I see the other 4 children that I stopped tutoring, I still mentor. I just don't tutor. But I see that their parents and everybody in the household kind of like me. We don't know everything. So I am still willing to send the tutor into their house. Good morning, Miss Clarkin. It's not smoking. It's not smoking that has my voice sounding like this. You guys are so ignorant. You guys heard that one commercial with that lady that had that thing right here. It's not smoking that makes your voice sound like that. It's when you get the C word and you have things removed and you do the child. I cannot. My voice always been deep like that. Are you really that ignorant? If you talk to me like you have some common sense. That's all I ask. Anything I talk to you like you have common sense, so talk to me like you have common sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Respect me like you want to be respected. And I hate a dumb conversation. I promise you. I hate somebody that tries to sound factual and knows nothing. My God. Do I need to send a tutor to your house too? So you can figure out how all this works? My God. Y'all just have time. Y'all just really have time. Here I am trying to help everybody and their mama. And I got to deal with ignorant people like you that know nothing about nothing. Just like that race thing yesterday. When somebody was telling me, don't you want your grandchildren to look like you? What? Just the things y'all be saying. Love your voice. I can listen to you all day. Yeah, that's crazy, manifest. Like, that's just so crazy at this point. People are just, it's not even the point of what they're about it being about my voice. It's just their ignorance. I cannot stand it. Ignorance. You guys know Granny is not the smartest person. I do not claim to be. But a lot of things are truly just common sense. And I'm just like, Granny woke up and had common sense, you know, even on her worst day, even if it's just a little. Where's everybody else's common sense? Hello, Terry. How are you, honey bun? Child, ain't nobody got time for Matrix. Granny's on her grown woman up trying to save the world. What did it say? Didn't entertain that comfort. Now, what was I about to say? Oh, Terry, one of the kids I mentored and broke their gosh darn game remote. Granny gotta get him a game remote ASAP because he's into that GANG. Well, now that he's in it, everybody around him is in it. That's why Granny started homeschooling him. So I gotta get him that remote because I don't want him to be outside venturing around because, you know, these children are a little bit different these days. They're unaliving each other with just cuz. So I know if he has that game remote, he's gonna be in there playing that game. Them children play that game 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. I'd rather you play that game for 8, 9, 10, 12 hours and run around with them heathens. Because you see, this is what a lot of people don't know. Them heathens are walking around with artillery, big artillery. And I think a lot of us don't realize how dangerous it really is outside. Them children have artillery on them, and you wouldn't even know they have artillery on them. And I'm talking about artillery, big artillery, not little, no, big boy things. And that's how they're running around outside playing. I use my lunch to pick up my children from school and bring them to my job. Thank goodness I work for the educational system. True story, manifest. Green Bulldog, yeah, Granny's being very careful. Thank you, honey bun. And if that was so, everyone, listen, Tammy, that's truth. True story, Tammy. Hit him with the facts. And if that was so, everyone that smokes anything, voice would sound like Granny. Ding, 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 ding. Let's just drop your mic. Drop your mic, baby. Drop your mic, Tammy. I'm just saying, if my voice sound like this from smoking, everybody who smoked, if it was whatever, their voice would sound like this too. I'm just saying. That's right, manifest. Tammy, I'm glad you said that. Granny didn't even think about saying that. Granny is finna smoke right now, though. I'm gonna tell you that. But yeah, y'all. It's sad because people do not realize. Tammy, yes, Granny's mind didn't even work that far to think about that. I don't know why I never thought about that. High five, Tammy. High five, Tammy. No, y'all, my voice always been like that ever since before I even started smoking when I was a toddler. I don't want to bust nobody's bubbles. But when my allergies, like you can tell now, I've been at home and I have something over there messing with me because my voice will be a little bit deeper when my allergies are on five. Your voice is deep too, Terry. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize. Back to these children. These children aren't outside doing what we think they're doing. A lot of these children are really in harm's ways, guys. I want you to pay attention to these children when they're outside. Pay attention to their pants. Pay attention to their waistlines. Pay attention to all that. What am I doing now? I'm getting ready to go to work. I went and took some young adults to school. I mentor. So I went and took some children to work this morning. I was just out there fooling around in the yard. Now I got to go to work. But yeah, Tammy, yeah, Terry, these children, I'm telling you, if you guys knew what I know, and the information's out there, I think a lot of us are just in denial. But just like these adults got pow pows, these children got pow pows. Like Michelle A, she speaks one way and sings in another bracket. True story. Good morning, Sonny. These children are outside with their parents' pow pows. These children are outside with their own pow pows. These children will be 13, 14, 15, 12, 11, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's no age limit out there with big, full artillery that you'd be like, how'd that child even get that? And your child's out there playing with those children and you don't even know, and your child don't tell you that these children have these things. Yes, it's a thing. It's a thing. I'm here to tell you it is a thing. But unless you're on the inside, you know, it's as much of it's public knowledge, it's kind of not realized, if you will. Yeah, these children are wild. It's not safe outside. Yes, and they will use them at the drop of a hat, the scarf, and that's why you said it right there. That's why I mentor the children. That's why I mentor the children, just for that reason right there. It's pointless. I refuse to watch these children throw their lives away, hurt each other, their parents going through that pain, their mothers going through that pain. They don't realize that just that I got mad that quick and now my life's over, their life's over, everybody's life's over. Yes, facts. Yes, indeed, we must love our children. We can love our children all day long. And don't take this in the wrong way. Well, yeah, you better love your children because it's not safe outside. But you can love your child all day long. But they're different outside. I'm just letting you know, everybody's child, when they're not around their parents, are totally different. I guarantee that. You could have the best child ever. When your child is away from you, around his or her clique or crew, totally different child. Totally different child. Facts. Totally different child. And whatever those other children have on them, your child's around that too. That's the reality of it. Oh, they act different. Listen, I see the best children. I was young once. I seen the best children be the fastest children. I'm going to say it like that. I seen the best children be the fastest children. Is that a fair word for Granny to use? What is that glare on my phone? What is that? Do you see that? Okay. They are special, and so are you, Granny. Granny tries to be special, Terry, but you see, it's putting wear and tear on Granny. When's the last time y'all seen Granny look pretty? When's the last time? That is the scary part. That's the very scary part. Very scary part. It's horrible. It's horrible outside. These children can't even go to school and be safe. They're sneaking them into school. These schools claim there's metal detectors. Man. Yeah, okay. Okay. Them children know how to get it right in the building, with or without a metal detector. Your child ain't even safe at school. Them children are sitting in the classroom with pow pows. I'm telling you, them children are in the classrooms with pow pows. As much as we don't want to hear, as much as we think it's not so, yes, it is so. It is so. So just think, if you have grandchildren or children, your child could be in class today with somebody that has a pow pow, if not several, if not several. And what you said, Granny, I would see the same things, taking my sons to events, meetings, get to their homes, and there's several adults there who refuse to help the child participate would tick me off. Amen. Oh, yes, it takes a toll, Granny, but it's still worth it. It's worth it. I'm not going to stop doing it, but I'm woman enough to say that it's taking its toll on my body. Granny always had a hard life or made hard life choices. So Granny's body never got to, just be a nice, normal body. Granny's put a lot of wear and tear on her body. It's scary out there, but the real question is, what do we do about it? We can't do nothing about it because the pow pows are in population. That's a harsh reality. You can't do nothing about it, and it's sad. We once used a sniper position at school. You know what? Let me go ahead and take that off. Let me just hide you from the channel. I ain't got time for this. And there's another ignorant one on my post. And that's all right. And if you're using the type of position to school, it says nothing about your future. It says nothing about your future. Did you think Granny think you was cool? Because you said something like that to me? Do you think you impressed the crowd? You look like an idiot. I'm telling you now. You think you're bragging because you're weak. You're weak. Your future will consist of nothing. Let me keep it real with you. So I don't care what position you use at school. Like now, the elders I help now, but I can't stop helping them. True story. Hey, Spice and Sugar. You guys, please subscribe to Granny's page. Little Sister Soap, Self-Care Granny. What do you do for you? Granny, this is what Granny does for her. Don't laugh, y'all. Granny rents out the movie theater so she can watch a movie all by herself. That's what Granny does. That's her one go-to. Other than that, I don't have a lot of time for myself. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. Granny barely has time to comb her hair. Mod on deck, chat. We're a positive space. Yes, we are positive space, Royal Jules. Thank you. Thank you. She said, please like, comment, subscribe. Yes, this is a positive space. We don't do all that over here. We just don't. Oh, yeah, no, I go to the gym too, but we see how that works. Granny just don't have a lot of time, y'all. I just promise. I don't have a lot of time. Oh, yeah, that's my thing. I'll be in there. The blanket covered up. The last one I went to, I fell asleep. I was so embarrassed. I spent a lot of money to go in there and fall asleep. I watched half the movie, though. Yes, please be respectful, guys. Yes, because Granny ain't coming on here talking about ratchet stuff or hood rat activities, and not saying I've been above and I've never done, but I'm a changed woman. I'm proof of change. So I try to get on here and just be positive and do what I can. You need to get to the gym work. Subscribe to Foreign Blood, says my mod Jeff. I know, Jeff, I got the yard done. I don't have a lot left to do. I know, Jeff, these children are needy, Granny boy. It's like they get needier by the day. You just don't know. I spend a lot of time on phone calls with these children. And it just ain't, I keep talking about these 7 or 8. It just ain't 7 or 8 or the 12. No. Granny gets phone calls all day long, all day long, all day long, all night long. Every time something goes wrong. Yes, I'm proof of change. Facts. I should have been unalived. I should have been in prison. My children should have been in prison. My children should have followed in their mother's footsteps. Yes, I'm a success story. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am proof that don't never put that mark on anybody, because you never know how great they could be. Sometimes they just need a little bit of support. That's it, and that's all. They just need a little bit of support. Never give up on these kids. Granny don't mentor the good kids. Granny mentors the worst of the worst. Yeah, never give up. Just like my dad never gave up on me. And now look, here I am. Who would ever thought? And all my decisions, and what, a lot of the times with these kids, it ain't always they was forced into something. It's personal choice. A lot of this is personal choice for people, y'all. I thought about the other day. I'm like, you're getting old, you need to retire. Do you need to go to work? I mean, you really need to work full time, so you can retire with something. And I just I can't do it because I know them children need me, and I know if I do that, I'll really be overexerting myself, because I'm not going to stop helping the children. I'm just not. So you guys don't realize that I'm affecting my retirement, everything for this. My retirement my retirement money will be very, very short, real small. So I'm hurting myself. Did anybody ever think about, well, hey, here's, not saying I want you guys to think about it, but here's the reality. I'm sacrificing my own self. When I get older, who's gonna help Granny? It's like, what the heck can you do? All right, y'all. Granny won't be on here long. I want to talk about something later. I'll go live at 5, between 4ish to 5ish. It's easier for me to do it on my way home, so that way I'm already doing it. Ain't no turning back. You guys turn on your notifications. Please follow, subscribe to Granny, like the video. It's the 3 buttons on the top. I love y'all. Thanks for everybody that came. Granny, it's a blessing. You're sacrificing for our youth, because they're our future. They're out there with my grandkids. So yeah, that's it. You guys, I will see you around 5. The Skark, and I love you, Royal Jules. I'm gonna miss all the names. I tried to do this. I'm late going in, 3 minutes late. Terry, Jeff, Royal Jules, Manifest. I don't want to miss anybody's names. I know I'm going to Little Sister, Samoan, Spice and Sugar, Brezzo, Samoan. I don't know if I said it twice. Sunny, Tammy. I love y'all. I love y'all. Granny got to go in here and go to work. I will talk to y'all later. I love you. Have a great day, you guys. Subscribe to Granny's page. I will see you later. I love y'all.